Hi, Maddie. Good girl. Okay, well, I just had like 10 epiphanies, really basically one after another. It's kind of been happening to me all day, so I really just want to say some of them because they're really enlightening. And I'm not gonna let anyone break this down for me, because they're really good experiences. They're really happy, enlightening things. So I just started school the other day. I'm gonna close that door. So yeah, yesterday was my first day back at UMass. I was a little nervous, but mostly excited more than anything. And I guess I was right to feel that way, because there wasn't really anything to stress out about. I find that most of the time when I start school, I get all nervous, thinking that classes aren't going to work out, because I almost never have my schedule all set up. And so I get all, anxious, and then, there's the add drop period, and you don't know if you're going to have all your stuff set up by then. It's just not cool. But anyways, most of my things have worked out, even, just between yesterday and today. I only am waiting on one class now that I'm not in, but I'm going to be optimistic about it. I think that, there's maybe like a 70 to 80% chance that I'll get in, but the class is already really full, and whatever. Anyways, that's not at all related really to what I've had these epiphanies about today. But first of all, it's freaking gorgeous out today. It's like perfect weather. I've noticed that the past couple of days, I guess recently, it's like, yeah, I've been really tired, but I've just been so energized and so happy that I'm running on less and less sleep, and I'm feeling like better and better. It doesn't really make any sense. Part of it, I guess, is that I've been eating a lot healthier and, cutting back on sugars, excess unhealthy stuff that's basically toxic to your body. I've cut down on that, and like a week ago I went on like a 3-day detox from everything unhealthy that I put into my body. I just stopped all of it because I was starting to get a sinus infection, and I was approaching like complete exhaustion. So I saw that that's what it was. It was that everything was getting to this toxic level in my body. So I was like, no, I gotta stop and detox. I gotta clean all this out. And I did, and it was really revitalizing. I felt like brand new. But yeah, and also within that period, my mom had gone on a vacation to Montana, so I had the house to myself. And recently I've been getting more into music too. And my brother just left for Denmark, and he left me his acoustic guitar and electric chord organ. So I've been picking those up lately. I mean, I've been playing my keyboard a lot over the past couple months, like more and more kind of as time goes on. And the electric chord organ, I think, is my favorite instrument. Except right now, I would say the acoustic guitar I like even more than that. Of course, I don't know any of the chords or, notes or anything. Same thing with keyboard. I've never really known it. I know, F's and G's and stuff, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like making stuff up as I go, and I guess I can kind of play by ear. Like, I can't totally, listen to a song and then play it right after, but I know what sounds good together is mostly what it is. Like, I've just listened to music so much, and I already, had that kind of, I feel like this special connection with music. I feel like I'm, I don't know, it's one of the most important things to me, listening to it, making it, everything about it, basically. But yeah, so I've been playing the acoustic guitar and the chord organ, completely ignorant of the actual, of how it actually works, of how, what the keys and stuff are. So, but I don't know, it's still been working out, and I've actually been getting better, even though I don't know really what I'm doing. So, it's really cool, and it's amazing how quickly. So I hate flies. I just tried to swat one, and that's what happens. Die, you fuck. Oh, this is Maddie. She's been sitting right next to me. I'm trying to stay in the sun, but also not have all my neighbors hear me talking to myself. Yeah, I've been reading that book, The Celestine Prophecy, that I keep talking about and telling everyone about just because it's awesome and it's really enlightening, and it happens to go along with everything that I've been thinking, and like, it's like I'm reading what's happened to me, you know, over the past couple months. I'm just like reading it in a book and being like, oh my god, yeah, that's happened, like, pretty much throughout the whole thing. And it's like the more I read about it, and you know, because so much of it is about energy fields and destiny, and you know, how we affect our environment and how we affect people around us and all that. Like, it's stuff I'm always thinking about anyways, and it's like the more I read about the energy thing, I've been starting to see it more. And you know, this time it's completely natural. Like today, for instance, this is what happened. This is the thing that stands out the most. I'm just going to say it first. I was in my French class today. It was the first day of French. And I go in there, and like immediately, you know, I was like maybe a minute or two late. And, you know, my teacher's speaking complete French to everyone, making everyone talk in French to everyone else, even though none of us are very good at it. And she just does it so quick and like so well the whole time. You would be completely convinced that she was from France and that she's been speaking it her whole life. But really, like, she doesn't even look French. Her name sounded Irish. So, you know, she's just very advanced in French. And it actually was coming out of her into everyone else. Like, everyone else was becoming better at it. Not only from her, you know, engaging us, but like just the fact that she was so good at it. She was so good that she could teach it to everyone else, and she could show them how to excel in it in the way that she did. You know, like, I just noticed that as she kept going, you know, and the way that she, not only like what she was saying, but she was letting out a lot of positive energy too. She was being very, you know, friendly and open, and like, you know, not judging anyone if they screwed up or anything. She had this big smile on her face, and she was like glowing. You know how they say, oh, that person's glowing? It's like when they have this like strong positive energy coming out of them, and it's like, you know, it's basically around them all the time, and it attracts people to them. And so yeah, I noticed that, and like just from what she was doing, I was able to like pick up all the French I've learned in, you know, the 3 years I did in high school. I was able to like completely almost understand it again. You know, like I knew what she was saying when she was asking all those questions. You know, whereas if it was a different teacher or a different point, like I wouldn't have been able to do that. It was just awesome because it made me actually like it. You know, whereas a couple days ago I was like, fuck, I don't want to take French. Like, I'm going to do so badly. It's going to be so hard. All that, or I'm not even interested in it. But like now I am. Like, she engaged me to like to like it more, because I do like language. I just, French is harder, you know, obviously it's not the English language. But yeah, so what really happened is that, you know, I was completely like awake and aware throughout the first half of the class. The second half of the class, I just was like looking at her or whatever, and I just started noticing this blue bright light all around her head and her arms and like her whole body. And like the more that I would focus on it, the more that it would like grow, and like the part at the top of her head was so much higher up. It was like up to like here, and it was like starting to extend. I started, when I focused the most, I started to see this like tunnel of the blue energy like traveling. You know, it was like as if it was coming from her and it was going to all of us in the class, like, you know, because she's teaching us. And it was just awesome. And, you know, people could easily just, you know, be skeptical about that and say that was bullshit, but like, it was really there. Like, I just feel like you have to tap into the ability to see it. I'm not trying to say that I'm special and I can do it and other people can't, but like, it's really just about your level of awareness and how open you are to accepting, you know, seeing those kind of things too. Like, most people would be like, you know, that's bullshit. That defies all the scientific, you know, laws and whatever else. But it really doesn't. It goes right along with it. It's just, it's more, you know, I don't know. It's less normal than people think. But once you're more open to it, you start to see that it's completely normal. It's not abnormal at all.